These are some of the modifications and things that I do to get the best performance and fuel life out of my Zippo hand warmer. These hand warmers aren't necessarily the warmest. Like I have electric ones that seem to work a bit better, but I really do like having a non-electric option. Um, and one of the this thing is just perfect for warming up your torso. Um, so what I do is I just put it inside the sleeve that it came with, and I tied a piece of paracord on it. And what I do is I just wear this around my neck like a necklace. And this pouch is inside of my coat, and it provides just enough heat to warm up my torso, and then the torso warms up the rest of my limbs. And um, so for that purpose, I really enjoy these hand warmers. But for actually warming your hands, I guess I'm too cold-blooded, and I need a little bit more. So they don't seem to provide as much heat as I need for that. Um, but how they work is you have two pieces. You lift this up and you fill your lighter fluid into here, and this is all full of cotton. And then you put on your catalyst, and then you take your lighter, and you just kind of lick the catalyst, and the vapors and fumes and stuff will evaporate and burn within this platinum catalyst and create heat. So it's not actually a real flame, but it is a glowing ember. So let's start out with this catalyst. As you can see, I've done some modifications to this one. What they come with is just a very thin, like paper thin piece of platinum catalyst. And those are reusable parts, and they wear out over time, and you need to replace them. And they're $7 to get a whole new one. But instead, I decided to kind of jerry rig my own. So this is a bunch of just copper wire holding all this in, because it is kind of loose. It's not a sleeve. But what I did is I bought a bag of fireplace catalyst. So this is all platinum catalyst that you put in a fireplace to kind of a fake fireplace to kind of create those visual embers. And this is going to last me the rest of my life, because when this wears out again, I can just toss it and then pack in my own. And for this, how much was it? 5 gram bag. That was $29 by a company called Advanced Catalyst Systems. So just look on Amazon, Advanced Catalyst Systems, and get a box that contains this bag of them. And wear gloves, because it is kind of irritating to your skin. And then just use some needle nose pliers and like a toothpick, and you just kind of pack it all in there. And I used some just copper wire to kind of hold it in there a little bit better, but it works as a great replacement, and I've got these for the rest of my life now. Another modification I made, you see how this is black, is I used this thing called plumber's felt, and it's made out of carbon fiber, and you can get a 1 foot square piece for about $8 on Amazon, and it resists 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, and so it'll never burn or char, shrink, or anything. So to prove that, this is a little piece of the rayon balls that actually came from this, and I'll show you how easily those ignite. So So just that little second and it's already burning pretty well. And here is, here's a piece of the rayon that came from the hand warmer, and you can see that it's kind of yellowed over time and kind of looks nasty. And so while I didn't pack the entire thing with carbon felt, the plumber's felt, I did put the top layer as that. So the top layer is like that. So it provides some heat resistance. And so now you can burn this all you want and it's not gonna do anything to it. And so it's kind of nice that this is never gonna char or get any worse. And it kind of protects all the rayon deeper down. So another thing about these is that, let's say you light it and you use it for a couple hours, but then you're done. How do you turn it off? Well, Zippo says to just, you can't turn it off and you just have to run it dry and it'll just keep heating. One thing you can do is put it in a Ziploc bag and seal it up, and what that will do is it will deprive it of oxygen and it'll turn it off that way. So that's one way. Less safe way is to use like your bag and take off this catalyst. If it's not burning anymore and there's no fuel to keep the embers going on this, then it's going to stop the reaction. So that's what I usually do, is just take that off and set that aside. It's going to be really hot, so be careful. But now you still have a ton of fuel in here, and that's just going to constantly evaporate. So it's kind of a waste. So what you can do is take a bicycle tube, inner tube from a bike tire, if you have an old one, or you can just go to a bike shop and I've just asked them for one. They've given me one. So you can take this and you put it around here, and let me show you what that will look like. So pause the video because it's hard to do on camera, but the bike inner tube is completely sealed off the opening, and it's not gonna, I guess it will evaporate eventually because this isn't impermeable, but it will definitely kind of hold that in there a bit better and allow you to save some fuel until you want to light it tomorrow or something. Also, storing it in the plastic bag will also help a little with the evaporation, but I noticed that when I didn't use the bike tube method and I only stored it in the plastic bag, I would come near it and I would still smell fumes out of the plastic bag, and it did eventually run dry over about a week. And so just know that these kind of use up a lot of fuel and stuff, but if you want to kind of save just a little bit, you can use the bike tire. I think that's about it on these Zippo hand warmers. They're really good, don't provide a ton of heat for me for being a hand warmer, but with these mods, like with the catalyst, it's a lot cheaper in the long run. I've got a lifetime supply of those to keep that going. And the carbon felt, I don't think I would do that again if I didn't have any. It's $8 for a sheet. It's not too expensive, but I don't really get a ton of benefit out of it. So I'd probably pass on that mod. But using a string is great around your neck, and then always having a plastic bag to either cut off the oxygen or just kind of save some fuel is nice. So hope you enjoyed that and have a great day.